Certainly will. That's Samir Hashmi there. Now, joining me is the economist and independent energy analyst, Cornelia Meyer. Cornelia, good to see you. Attempts by Joe Biden and Boris Johnson to try to get Saudi to pump more oil have so far fallen on deaf ears. Why would the Saudis be any more likely to listen now?
Well, good morning, Victoria. Look, now the situation is actually worse in terms of the European embargo on Russian oil will de facto take out between 1 and 2 million barrels a day. And yes, some of it will go to China and to India, but India has already, bought more oil in the first 5 months of this year than it had from Russia, than it had over the whole of last year. So there's just that much to go around. So it's a tricky one for OPEC. Russia is a member of the Declaration of Cooperation, of that framework agreement binding the 10 non-OPEC states to the 13 OPEC nations, and that will remain. How they will finagle to finally be able to produce more is a different question as pressure is mounting.
Good word there, Cornelia, finagle. I've not heard that for a while. Now, let me ask you this. If I had a near monopoly on something, on a good that the rest of the world needed and wouldn't be able to get elsewhere, and I effectively control the prices for it, why would I shoot myself in the foot by releasing more onto the market, knowing full well that I would be reducing prices? Is there any legal obligation to produce more for the rest of the world?
There is no legal obligation, and I would like to say it's not a near monopoly. OPEC is trying to just ensure that markets are well supplied. They do not have a monopoly. Yes, it's true that high oil prices help in the short run. They help, the budget and so on. In the longer run, though, if prices get too high and they become a stranglehold for the global economy, that will backfire. So, as I said, it's a tricky one. One way that they might be able to get around is that as they did with Libya, as they did with Iran, as they did with Venezuela, exempt Russia from the sanctions, so others can pick up from the quotas. When the other countries came on sanctions, they were exempted. So the other countries can pick up the slack, but currently in the short run, spare capacity, if we need it today, tomorrow, is only really there in Saudi Arabia and the UAE.
Cornelia, thank you as always for your contributions. Cornelia Meyer there in Sharm el Sheikh in Egypt.
Thank you very much.